What is up, guys? This is an update and we are here to see what is up with the trails. I haven't been out here all winter. Well, I kind of have a couple times. I just kind of came out and checked it out a couple times during the winter, but now we are getting ready to prep for the trail series coming out this summer. Oh, might as well park in my parking spot. It's the parking area. A lot of you guys that have been here with the channel know basically everything about this whole area, but this is where we park. This is the parking area I made last year. All right, and we are here. This is the trails. This is like my personal little parking spot, and then like my girlfriend's or like best friend's personal parking spot. But this is the trails. If you guys have been with us over the past year, you know that I already came out with this series. I already tried to start it last year, but I gave up on it because I really just wanted to attack the series with a lot better quality than I was doing in the channel. So I decided to give up on it and re-attack it. So yeah, like I was saying, if you guys have been here since last year, you know that I just gave up on the trails last year because we got off to a late start. I really want to make this in-depth. I want to make it a frequent upload series all spring, summer, fall, and I just want to bring some really awesome content for you guys on how to build trails and the fun around making them and riding them and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys have already been here for the past year, you already know what's up with the trails, but if you have not been watching the content for the past year, here you go. Here's a little walk around of the trails. This is a pavilion. Well, first off, let me show you. We drove in. The parking area is right there. This is the camping area. Like, I have this all set up where I'm gonna clean it out. Obviously, we're gonna have tents set up all around here. You know, friends, people can come out and set their tent up and camp. Campfires right here. It's just covered with leaves. And then that's just a temporary pavilion that I just had while I was building this, which is a 8-foot, that right there is 8 feet. It's an 8-foot pavilion that will be an actual pavilion. So, you know, it'll have a, there's a frog. Where'd he go? Yeah. Lost it. I lost it. So, you'll be in here. There's going to be a floor. There's going to be a deck floor here. So you'll be inside of here. It's going to be a pavilion. You know, you can cook, hang out, sit. There'll be a fire going at night. Tents around here hanging out. And then this is going to be a solid wall. And this is going to be a drop-in to the trails. The trails are going to go that direction. Straight through down that path, down the hill, down that way is where the trails are going to go. So this pavilion also dubs as a drop-in. And when I built it, I tried to build it to code, really nice, sturdy. I did it right. These posts are 1.5 feet in the ground. I think these are 10-foot posts, and they're 1.5 feet, 2 feet down on the ground with concrete. And I got the centers on 1 foot. I think 1 foot centers I have them on, but it's an 8-foot by 8-foot pavilion. Be able to ride up it. There's going to be a drop-in. And that's the thing about this episode, guys. This episode right here is so you guys can go down into that comment section and give us some suggestions on what we should do, how we should start these trails, some tools we should get. This is just kind of like the pilot episode of just getting ready for the trails. So let me talk to you guys about the drop-in real quick. So I had a couple people suggest to make the drop-in wood. So just kind of get a perspective of what's going on here. Let me climb up. Give you guys a little perspective of what's going on. Alright, so I built this basically by myself last year. It's sloped barely. It's primarily a flat roof, but it's sloped just barely so we don't get water up here. And I actually, last year when I decided to stop working on it, I didn't put the wood here and I didn't put the wood there, so rain and snow would drain off of it and not ruin this deck right here. But basically, you're gonna have cars parked, tents hanging up, people hanging out, girlfriends, friends, kids, whatever, hanging out here. And then obviously gonna have a rail for insurance purposes on the property. We have to have a rail up here. and you'll be able to drop in from here down into the trail so you can get a ton of speed. The first jump is going to be a massive jump. First jump's going to be somewhere about right there, and it's going to be a pretty massive jump. And I had somebody suggest making this roll in with wood, and I kind of have a problem with making it with wood. I really want to make these trails in a way where you guys can make them yourselves. You can kind of replicate them yourself, with the exception of me spending the extra few $100s to make the pavilion and get just some of the nice tools and the generator and lights and some things that we're gonna have out here. Besides some of that stuff, you guys should be able to basically replicate our trails. So this drop-in, I was thinking, should be dirt. Now, let me go back down to the bottom and I'll show you why I'm thinking it should be dirt. Sorry about the wind, guys. So here's why I'm thinking this drop-in should be dirt. It's kind of on camera and it's a little bit hard to see, but I'm going to, I kind of started the wall here. This is just kind of like for support right here, but I'm gonna build a full wall right here, and that's gonna be the only wall in it. The pavilion's gonna be open on 3 sides that way. So, you know, I built myself a parking spot. This is like, you know, I'm the creator of these trails, basically. So I made myself a special parking spot right here. So I'll come in when I bring tools or I get food or anything, I come in and I have a way to walk directly into my pavilion right here. Boom, I have like generator set up, I'll have seats and everything, and it'll be open on 3 sides, right? This back side is going to be a wall. Now from the inside it's going to be wood, but from the outside I'm going to sheet metal the outside. And the reason why I'm going to sheet metal the outside is because we're going to make this roll in dirt, so then we can shape it and we can kind of make it the way we want to get the speed that we want. That's the whole thing about trails. There's no certain formula to trails. There's no certain way to build trails. You just make them along the way. Now there's people that do it for UCI and the Triple Challenge series and other BMX venues that actually have it down to a formula where they know how to make these jumps, but these are a little bit different. These are freestyle jumps for us to have fun and go big on. So you make them along the way. This is kind of just like a culture, and you just kind of thrive over your own special setup, if you guys can kind of understand what I mean. So the first jump is going to be somewhere along in this area. Big jump, first jump. So we don't know what the speed's gonna be. If I pile dirt all the way up to that and we drop in, I mean, it might give us 25, 30 miles an hour of speed. If I made it with wood, I wouldn't be able to change it around. I wouldn't be able to alter it. It would cost a lot of money to build it and then take it down and then rebuild it if it didn't work. So that's why we're gonna do it with dirt. And I also had a subscriber last year when I was talking about it, I had him ask, you know, why would I put metal on this back side? Because metal's gonna rust. And I said, well, wood's gonna rot. So you either put wood or metal there. So to pile dirt up against that wall, you wanna have metal, because metal will rust, but wood will rot. And wood will eventually give out and cave in and mess up the structure of where the dirt is laying against it. So that's why we will cover this outside of this whole wall in sheet metal before we start piling dirt up to it. I have a bunch of these I wanted to show you guys. I went and I bought them for like 89 cents a piece, but I have them just kind of like lined up here. So at night when you drive in and you drive out, you just know where to drive so you don't accidentally end up in the middle of the woods. Because this is way out in the middle of nowhere, guys. We're way out in the middle of the woods here. I also have a ton of tiki torches that blew over since last year. So this place is actually kind of a mess right now. I got tiki torches and wood and tools and everything laying just everywhere, and I can't actually get a hold of my friends right now. So what I'm going to do is just set the camera down and clean up, and you know, if you guys see something that you guys decide that we should do in this series, go down in that comment section and let us know. And you know, we're gonna be here. We're gonna upload these videos more than weekly. They're gonna be every other day, if not every single day. I'm gonna be here every single day of my life working on these trails. I'll have the camera with me. I'm gonna provide some really fun content. I have some friends that are gonna come in and really help me on this project. And if they don't help me, I've got some money stashed away for a bobcat, so then I can just get the bobcat out and just build these jumps really quick. That is, if nobody wants to help me. So I'm gonna set the camera down, get to cleaning up, and I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry for the wind. Hopefully I can fix this problem here really soon. I'm just really trying to look for some microphones that'll really help us. So thanks, guys. One thing I always wanted to mention to you guys, this opportunity that I have here is an opportunity I've wanted my whole life. Ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to build trails, and I always had this idea in my mind of how I was going to build them. This is the first time I finally get to kind of hold my dream and have a chance at building my dream trails I've always wanted since I was a little kid. So it's going to be really awesome, and I can't wait to film it for you guys because this is so much fun for me, just being able to do this and to have this opportunity. I wasn't born into a lot of money, and I wasn't born into a lot of opportunity, so I've just kind of had to work as I go in life and make opportunity for myself. I'm just really humbled to be able to have an opportunity like this and be able to show you guys the process as I build them. I'm just really humbled to be able to do it for you guys. Man, if only you guys could be out here right now. It's really, really beautiful. This is the pavilion. It's the pavilion. Like this pavilion right here, I just bought it. It was like a $20 pavilion. I built that just so I could like hold my tools and like kind of my more expensive tools and things under the pavilion. If you're way out in the woods like we are, you don't really have access to power, water, you know, you don't really have easy access to things like that, or a shelter at all. So when it comes to like tools, like power tools, expensive levels, or things like that, you just need a place to put them. So I bought that little pavilion right there to keep the tools under, and as you can see, it just kind of got destroyed in the bottom. But as soon as this is built, this is gonna have like a little shelf up in the top where I can keep, there's gonna be a shelf up in the back where I can keep all those tools and things. I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean this out. This is one of my friend's beer bottles. I don't actually talk to this friend anymore, but this is one of my friend's beer bottles. He actually wanted to save this beer bottle, and I don't know, man. Josh, if you want to hit me up, man. Still got your bottle. You can come out at the trails. Come on, man. I come in peace. That's the whole thing about this channel. I'm trying to become a better person in life, trying to be nicer to people in my life, try not to have enemies, try not to start fights, just trying to help people and just trying to be a good person, you know. Quitting all my bad habits, things like that. So, Josh, hit me up, man. Come get your bottle. And then here, I wonder what I got in this bag. Ooh, I got gloves. Oh, my good tape measure. I've been looking for this thing. Oh, my Comalon. I've been looking for this thing forever. Basically not even a tarp anymore, it's about dark now. So you guys just saw me pour gas on those leaves. Don't do that at home. And if you guys insist on lighting a fire with gasoline, make sure you wait a minute or two for the fumes to die down, because when you pour gasoline and then you light it, the fumes are what explode and then ignite the rest of the gasoline. So just let the fumes subside so then you don't blow your face off. Woo! You see what I mean? I just kind of made an example out of myself. Don't do that. I knew it was gonna happen. I just did it. I knew it was gonna happen. I tried to prevent it from happening. I waited a few minutes for the fumes to die down. Once those fumes caught, the whole thing exploded right in my face. So just remember, guys, be very careful and don't just pour gasoline on a fire to start it. So I'm gonna try to rake it smaller. I didn't realize how muddy it was, and I got the bottom of my shin really bad. That's where my pedal hit right there. I can't believe I tried that. At the bottom of my feet. Yeah, I can't even. Oh, I'm an idiot. Now my shin hurts really bad, but that's life. That's how it goes. I collected all the wood and the tools again. I cleaned up the pavilion and got all the stuff lined up really good. I put that piece of wood away that I destroyed. Kind of cleaned all this area out. But yeah, this place looks a lot better than it was. It's a little bit cleaner. So let's go around and let's take a walk around the trails, like through the trail section, so you guys can kind of see the area of where the trails are going to go and kind of see some of my ideas that are going to go into the trails. And just go ahead down in that comment section and throw in some ideas that you guys might have, because right now we're getting ready to start building them. So you guys can come in with your input and let us know what you guys want to see. All right, so we talked about the drop-in, right? Drop-in is going to be sheet metal and then dirt piled up to it so we can shape it. And then when you drop in, you're going to go this way. You're going to come down, and this is what I was thinking, right? You're going to have a berm right here. Big old berm. Get a lot of speed carry, so we can carry a lot of that speed we get down. We can carry it through this berm right here. If you guys don't know what a berm is basically just like, it's like a NASCAR turn for a BMX bike. Just think of a banked corner for a BMX bike. So as soon as you come around, the berm is going to exit about right here. And as soon as you hit right here, you'll look up and you'll have a decision of where you want to go. And if you guys can tell in the camera, you guys can tell it's kind of skinny right here, and then it widens up, right? So when you come out of the berm, you can go straight. I'm definitely going to cut that tree down, by the way. But you're going to go straight and you can hit a giant jump right here, like a huge double. And then in the middle is going to be a path where you can just ride along beside it and not hit that big double if you don't want to. And then you have a choice on the far left side where you can hit like a tabletop, kind of like a tabletop transition that meets back up into that trail. But I was also going to build a wall. I was going to build a wall right here, kind of like how I built the pavilion in the ground with the posts, concrete the posts in, and build myself a wall so people can go up and wall ride the wall back down into the dirt. So whenever you come off of the pavilion, it's not just going to be one trail. You drop down the pavilion, you hit this berm, right? And then as soon as you hit the berm, you can look up, you can hit a big double. You can go over here and hit a transition tabletop or a wall ride, or you can snake directly through the middle and keep your speed. If you bail out and you don't want to hit it, you come straight through the middle, and the paths kind of snake back in together into one path right here. And then this is a junction point where I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna have it split that way and this way, but there's a trail that comes from that way. If you see, there's an orange stake right here. I'll show you guys real quick. There's an orange stake right here. There's a path that comes direction of this way. And as you can kind of see, it's just like a maze of these open trails right here. So I'm not exactly sure which way I should make it. I was thinking, and I'm trying to make this quick for you guys without it being really long. I was thinking you come down the pavilion, you got the 3 different choices right there, come down, and as soon as you land or you finish this section right here, you look up and you can have a choice where I'm not exactly sure if I'm just going to carry this trail down this way, and then the trail from over there can come meet up with it into like kind of like a double section where you have like, a trail right beside each other. So this is the main trail we're building first, and then there's another trail going on the other side that's going to snake around this way and then meet up here. So somebody can drop in here and be riding over on the other one, and they'll just kind of like meet up right next to each other. And then from here, where I was thinking about going this way, here it stops again. As soon as you come around, it stops again, and it kind of goes this way and then goes that way. I'm not exactly sure where I should go. It flattens up. This flattens. Right here, I'm at the base of the hill. Right here, it starts to go up to the hill. Right over there, about where my finger's pointing, is where the hill kind of comes up, and then this area is flat, right? So that's why I built the big pavilion up there, so when you get to about this area, you're still carrying a lot of speed, so we can have jumps all the way back in there where you can see and still carry the momentum all the way through them. So let me go ahead and show you guys the other trail that we are thinking about building. This is the first trail we're going to build. This is the trail that we're building. So this trail right here that I'm talking about is the first trail we are building. This is the initial one that we're going to build, that we're going to ride and show you guys some content and having fun and roasting these while we're finishing and building the rest of basically the whole compound. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the idea that we have for the other trail over on the other side. Kind of get out of the smoke. There's a lot of smoke here burning these leaves. So that second pavilion that I haven't built yet that I was talking about, we're just gonna it's gonna curve around and come through this section right here that we will clean out. And then I already cleaned this out. This is where I wanted it to go. I wanted it to snake past the truck, go through these trees, have like, a couple jumps here, a couple big jumps, and then in between these vehicles, I wanted the trail to slip in between these vehicles. So it's like, this is kind of just like a, I really don't know what kind of word you would call it. I mean, ambiance, mood, I don't really know the word to describe it, but I just really wanted this like old school, old car kind of feel when like you're riding through this trail right here. You just kind of snake through these old cars. You got this old Supra, this old Toyota Supra, you got an old Mustang right here, you have this old GMC, and then you got this old 80s Cadillac, which that was one of my first cars. I used to have a car exactly like that in mint condition. And it was actually originally Illinois Senator Busby's car, which was pretty cool. It was my first car I ever had. I love it, and I miss it. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, the trail will come down through in between these vehicles, right? And then there's gonna be a berm here, and then it's gonna snake in between these two vehicles straight through there. Right now we're gonna go over to the other side. I can't really walk through there right now. It's so grown over. We haven't cleaned it out, but I'm gonna go over to the other side and show you what's right on the other side of that little grass patch. The trail is open up right on the other side of that patch, and I'll show you guys as soon as I walk around. I can't wait to come out with this content for you guys. This series in this channel is something that I have been waiting for, something that I've really been wanting to do. And like I've said to my subscribers in the past, I took a break and I ditched them last year because I wanted to start right now, come spring, and I really wanted to attack these trails the right way, the way I really wanted to in my dreams. And I'm documenting it for you guys. So here we are, we're at that other side. right where you saw the Cadillac and that GMC truck are literally right there. I don't know if you can kind of see through the trees, but right through there is that Cadillac. We're gonna clean this out. Got another hidden coupe here. Got another hidden coupe here. So you'll be going past a GMC, a Supra, another Supra, a Mustang, an older GMC, of a Cadillac, an old coupe, and an old coupe, and you'll just slip past all these cars when you come down the trail. And as soon as you hit right here, you'll have a decision. You can either go that way, which meets up to the trail I was telling you guys about, or it's like this is a T. You go that way. I already cleared this out, and I'm making a gigantic creek jump, and you'll have the decision to jump all the way over to that other side. It's not really going to be it's going to be kind of like a step down, where it's not really like a lipped jump. It's just going to be like a platform that just, if you have enough speed, you just ride off of it and you'll fly across the creek to the step down landing. And I can't wait for that to happen. That's actually one of my most favorite parts of these trails. Can't wait to do that. So yeah, you see where that trail comes from, where I was talking about, and it goes straight through here, and there is that orange stake I was telling you guys about. This was the orange stake that you guys saw from the other side where the other trail came down through. So you guys can kind of see it coming together. I don't know if I confused you guys. I don't know if I bored you guys this whole time, but you know, we're prepping for the series. We're gonna be here in full force. We're gonna build some huge jumps. I'm personally gonna try to build bigger jumps than I have ever wanted to ride in my life. I wanna go big. I'm getting antsy. I've been riding BMX for a while. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. This place looks a lot better than it did when I showed up. It's really clean. I'm just gonna wait for the fire to kind of die down, and then I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna make myself a little list of some things that I need. If you guys see some things that I need or would help with this whole project, go down in that comment section and let us know. Can't wait to come out with this series. It's gonna be really fun. There's gonna be a lot of content. There's gonna be a lot of shenanigans, a lot of riding, a lot of building, a lot of teaching, a lot of messing up, and who knows, we're just gonna have fun this summer. So go down, like this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel for more BMX content, and be on the lookout for our new trail series coming here this spring. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video. Peace.